Have you ever felt like your brain gets stuck right when it matters most? You can have the degree, the grades, and the right words in your head, then still freeze in a hard talk or read the room wrong. One piece of feedback lands, your body gets tight, and now you are off balance. A lot of smart people deal with that because no one taught us what to do with pressure. Most people treat feelings like background noise and try to push past them. People who stay calm under pressure do something else. They notice the feeling early, figure out what set it off, and use that information before the moment gets away from them. Emotional intelligence is not about being soft. It is about catching the tight chest, hot face, shaky voice, or rushed thoughts before they start steering your words. Because school rewards right answers, but real life cares about timing, tone, and whether people can relax around you. There is one quick win that turns something feels off into something you can actually use. Picture a student who did everything right. Good grades, late nights, clean notes. They thought hard work and clear thinking would carry over the same way after school. Then they start a job, walk into a meeting, and their manager barely looks up while giving feedback. A few short lines land with no warmth at all, and suddenly their stomach drops, their shoulders tighten, and all those school skills stop helping in that moment. They still want what you want: respect, growth, and a real shot at more. The problem shows up in places school never trained them for. Tense pauses, unreadable faces, weird shifts in tone, and feedback that stings for hours after it was said. If they cannot read those moments well, people stop seeing them as thoughtful and capable. They start reading them as tense, guarded, or hard to work with, even when the real problem is that pressure hijacks them too fast. A lot of people miss this because the problem usually is not what you know. It is what happens in the 5 seconds after pressure hits. Your chest gets tight, your jaw locks, and your mind starts to race. But instead of noticing that shift, you keep going like nothing changed. Then you talk too fast, go cold, or say too much. And later that night, you replay the whole thing. School tests memory, speed, and solo work. Life tests self-control, empathy, and whether you can stay steady when things get hot. You can be the smartest person in the room on paper and still lose people if your tone slips or your stress starts talking for you. Smart people get stuck here because they trust their thoughts but miss the signals from their body. They will spend 2 hours picking apart a meeting after it ends, but they will not catch the stress spike while it is happening. They see the damage after the email goes out or after a friend pulls back. You have probably felt this too. Maybe you snapped on a call and hated the sound of your own voice right after, or shut down when someone gave you fair feedback and you could feel your face go flat. Maybe one awkward talk keeps replaying in your head at 2 a.m, and all you can tell yourself is that you feel bad. That word is too vague to help you. At work, people react to more than skill. They react to whether your voice stays steady, whether your face hardens, whether you listen, and whether they feel like they have to brace for your reaction. Your degree may get you into the room, but your emotional habits shape what people think after 10 minutes with you. Think of feelings like the lights and gauges in your car when you were driving home, and something starts acting up. The engine does not feel right. A warning light comes on. The temperature starts creeping up. You do not cover the light with tape and press the gas harder. You check what the signal means before the car leaves you stuck on the side of the road. Stress, shame, anger, and fear work like that. They are early signs that something needs attention, like a crossed line, too much load, fear of rejection, or old hurt getting triggered again. Feelings are not orders. They are information. When you stop arguing with the signal, you can read it and choose what to do next. Once you stop hiding your feelings, the next move is simple. Notice the feeling, name it, read the message, then choose what to do next. That is emotional intelligence in plain words. Different feelings point to different problems, so they need different answers. Anger usually shows up when a line gets crossed. Maybe someone blocked your goal, talked down to you, or kept piling on pressure until one small thing set you off. Anger helps you spot unfair treatment fast, But if you move too fast, you often hit the wrong target. You may think you are mad at one comment, when the real issue is lack of sleep, built-up stress, or weeks of feeling ignored. Anxiety speaks a different language. It often shows up when the future feels shaky, when too many things are open at once, or when you do not feel ready. Before a job interview, anxiety may mean you need more prep. After a vague message from your boss, it may mean your mind is filling in the blanks. During a packed week, it often means your brain has too many tabs open and needs one small next step. Shame feels heavier because it goes after who you think you are. It shows up when you think you looked foolish, let someone down, or fell short. There is a big difference between I did something wrong and something is wrong with me. One helps you fix the mistake. The other just traps you. Sadness moves slower. It can mean loss, letdown, low energy, or a need that did not get met. Maybe you worked hard and nobody noticed. Maybe a plan that mattered fell apart. Sometimes your system is asking for rest because you have pushed too long. Sadness does not always need a pep talk. A lot of the time, it needs space, honesty, and lower demands for a bit. That is why broad words do not help much. If you call every feeling stress, you miss the job that feeling is trying to do. Frustration means something is not working and needs a fix. Overwhelm means the load is too big and needs to get smaller now. Fear means your system sees danger and wants protection. The body feeling may seem close, but the answer is not the same. There is a simple reason this helps. When you give a feeling a clear name, your mind stops wrestling with a big fog of discomfort and starts dealing with one thing at a time. The alarm comes down a notch, your thoughts slow enough to sort out, and you get some of your brain power back. That is why saying, "I'm fine," usually fails. You can say it, but your body knows better. Your tone gets sharp, your face gets tight, and your choices get messy. If 3 feelings hit at once and you call them nothing, you do not get calm. You just get confused. Look at how this plays out in real life. In a job interview, nerves may be fear mixed with pressure to sound polished, while your mouth goes dry and your mind starts skipping ahead. After a hard text, what looks like annoyance may actually be hurt, because a short reply can make you feel brushed off or small. When you miss a deadline, what people call laziness is often shame mixed with overwhelm, where the task feels so loaded that you avoid even opening it. In a tense family talk, "I'm done" may mean sadness, anger, and old pain all at once. The more exact the label, the better the next move. Annoyed may mean speak up. Embarrassed may mean laugh a little, reset, and keep going. Ashamed may mean own the mistake and repair it. The same body heat can sit under all 3, but the right response changes. Feelings give you the input, then you choose the move. Now you need a fast tool, because real life does not give you 20 calm minutes to journal and sort yourself out. It gives you about 3 seconds. A look lands wrong, a text hits your phone, or someone cuts you off in traffic, and your whole system starts to react before you choose anything. This is where the 3-second labeling tool helps. You pause, name the feeling, check the message, then act. It is short, but it creates enough space to keep your first impulse from running the whole moment. First, pause for 1 breath. Do not fix anything yet. Do not reply. Do not explain. Just take 1 breath and buy a little space. Because that pause breaks the link between feeling something and turning it into a face, a text, or a tone you will regret. Second, name the feeling with plain words. Do not worry about smart words. Just say, "I am tense," "I am hurt," or "I feel threatened." If more than one feeling is there, pick the strongest one first. Third, check the message with one simple question. What is this feeling pointing to right now? Keep it short. Maybe it is fear of looking stupid. Maybe it is the load from too many tasks. You are not trying to solve your whole life. You are trying to read the moment before the moment runs you. Then act. This part matters because naming feelings without action turns into overthinking. If the feeling points to a need, ask for it. If it points to a threat, check it before you react. If you feel overloaded, shrink the next step. If you feel hurt, slow your words so pain does not come out as anger. Picture a normal moment. Your boss sends feedback in short, cold lines, and your body jumps before you even finish reading. Your chest tightens. Your eyes lock on one sentence. The old move is to take it as a hit and start building your defense in your head. The new move is one breath, one label, one question. You notice that you feel exposed and embarrassed, and that gives you enough space to fix the work and reply without sounding sharp. Or maybe your partner sends a dry one-line text, and your mind starts writing a whole story from almost nothing. You assume they are upset, pulling away, or tired of you, but when you pause and name the anxiety, you see that the hard part is not the text, it is the not knowing. Now you can ask a clear question instead of sending 3 jumpy messages that make the whole thing worse. The same thing happens when a friend cancels plans or when you speak in a group and nobody picks up what you said. A lot of people use fake labels in those moments. They say they are just tired when they are hurt. They say whatever when they feel rejected. If you use the wrong label, you usually choose the wrong move. There is one more trap. Some people learn to name the feeling, then treat it like an order. They think if they feel angry, they should fire back. If they feel afraid, they should avoid the whole thing. That is not how it works. The feeling gives you data, but you still choose your behavior, and that gap changes everything. Try this today before you send a hard reply or walk into a tense talk. One breath, one honest word, one simple question. That is often enough to stop an old pattern before it speaks for you. Once this becomes a habit, your day feels different, not because life gets easy, but because every mood stops taking control of your mouth, your tone, and your choices. Your degree may get you into the interview or the meeting. Emotional intelligence shapes whether people feel calm with you, whether they trust your reactions, and whether they want to keep working with you after the first minute. At work, people notice this right away. You can hear hard feedback without turning stiff or cold. You speak with more control when a meeting gets tense, and you ask better questions because you are not busy fighting your own reaction. People start to read you as steady. The inner shift is big too. You stop agreeing when you feel resentful, and you stop snapping when you feel hurt. Because you catch the feeling before it picks your words, you start to respect yourself more, and that changes how you walk into a room. Picture that same hard meeting you used to dread. Your work still gets questioned in front of other people, but this time, you catch the surge before it spills out. You feel the heat in your neck. You feel the urge to cut in and explain too soon. Instead, you slow down, hear the full point, and answer the actual problem instead of the shame spike that just hit you. That one move can protect your reputation in a way a diploma on the wall never could. This matters at home too. You come in after a rough day, your nerves are shot, and someone close to you asks a normal question. That is where built-up stress usually leaks out. When you can read yourself sooner, you do not dump raw pressure on the people you care about and call it honesty. You speak more clearly and stay warmer. That is how the change stacks up. One labeled feeling leads to one better choice. One better choice leads to a calmer talk. After enough of those moments, people build a new picture of you. Not just smart, but steady under pressure. And safe to be honest with. That kind of reputation quietly decides who gets the next big chance. Keep this simple for the next 24 hours. Each time your mood shifts, stop for 3 seconds and name the feeling with one honest word. Do not use vague words like fine, weird, or off. Pick the real word, even if you do not like it, because the right label gives you a better shot at the right response. Save this video so you can come back to these steps later and test it in one hard moment today. Use it before a reply, a meeting, or a tense talk at home. Then notice which feeling shows up most and where you feel it first in your body. If you keep missing that early signal, the same pattern will keep speaking for you, and people around you will keep reacting to a version of you that only shows up when pressure hits.